guys, welcome to the President Kitchen, and today we're going to be making a fantastic lobster garlic butter. So this is going to be absolutely epic because I'm going to be using the most iconic butter from France along with my iconic shellfish recipe which I've been cooking all over the world. Now this recipe can be made even on vegetarian, with paneer, with tofu, with other kind of vegetables. Now here I'm going to be making a really nice lobster butter first. Along with the lobster butter, we are going to be sauteing some amazing chunks of lobster with these beautiful minimal Indian spices, and of course this is a little spicy. Now what I like to do is I don't like to waste anything in my kitchen. So for that I've got these lobster shells which I'm actually going to be putting in a pot, and what we are first doing is that we are actually creating a lobster butter. You absolutely got that right. Now there are various ways and means to where you can actually make a lobster butter, but I like to use this method because this can be used immediately on the spot, as well as this lobster butter can also be kept in the fridge and used for various applications. I love to use this lobster butter when I'm frying eggs or when I'm making an omelette. It's absolutely wonderful. So literally I'm going to be adding about 250 grams of butter into this along with the lobster shells. Now uske sath thodi si flavorings to banti hai. So I've got a little bit of like 1 tablespoon of sliced garlic in here. I've got a teaspoon, just not too much, but just a teaspoon of red chili powder which I'm adding into this. Along with this I have juice of 1 lime which is going in here as well. Okay, and this is going to be slowly melting. All the flavor from the lobster shells are going to be going into this butter. After this we strain it and we have this lovely lobster President butter which I'm going to be using to make my fabulous lobster butter fry. Now we've got lime, we've got garlic, we've got a red chili powder. So we've got this lovely lobster butter which is happening here. Now the best part about President butter is that it's got a very high smoking point, which means this is ideally great even for frying, for deep frying, for sauteing, for stir frying, and of course baking ka to ye raja hai. Okay, so we've got this lovely thing going on. I'm also very tempted to use a bit of this spring onions to give this an amazing lovely flavor to this, and along with that I'm going to be adding just a few sprigs of coriander and maybe just 1 fresh red bird's eye chili. Okay, so as you can see that हमारे पास already एक शानदार butter सा तैयार हो रहा है यहाँ पे. Now while this is happening over here, let's deal with our lobster. Now for the lobster, I've cut it into small chunks. Now if you have a shellfish allergy, if you don't like to eat lobster or lobster season में नहीं है, you can always use chicken, you can always use paneer, you can use vegetables, you can also use prawns or a nice piece of firm fish. I love to do this recipe also with calamaris. So as you can see that one basic recipe gives you so many different ideas. Okay, let's start cooking again. Parking my butter on the side, let it simmer very beautifully on a slow flame, and in the meanwhile let's start marinating our lobster. Now for this lobster, now we've got 2 lobster tails. They're about 450 grams each. So literally I'm using about, at the moment, about 450 grams of lobster chunks here. Into this I'm adding a teaspoon of green chili paste. Along with that I'm adding a little bit of another teaspoon of ginger garlic paste into this. Okay, I'm going to be giving this a really nice mix. Yes, this is a kind of spicy dish. Well, that's what it is. Now I'm going to be adding 1/3 of a teaspoon of red chili powder. I'm adding 1/3 of a teaspoon of turmeric powder as well into this. Salt to taste, and I'm going to be adding a little bit of black pepper. So we've got a fantastic, very simple, beautiful marinade. And as you know that the seafood is absolutely fresh, you don't really need to over mask it with spices and all that. Okay, so I put this on the side here. I'm going to be adding a teaspoon of cornstarch into this. Okay, just like that. And along with that, I've got some club soda with me. So I'm adding about a half a cup literally of club soda in order to make a little kind of a batter into this, right? So we've got our club soda going in here. Beautiful. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to mix this up really nicely. Okay, beautiful. Nice. So I'm going to just put this on the side, let it marinate a little bit, and then along with, we are going to be frying this in our lobster butter. It's that simple it is. Beautiful. So our lobster butter is ready. Now look at how gorgeous. It's got the lovely color from the lobster shells. We've got these lovely aromats. And look how beautiful this is, yeah? So we're going to start off by slicing a couple of spring onions here. Beautiful. Next, we have some fantastic bird's eye chili, which I'm going to be also slicing up just like this. Fantastic. So we have our butter here, which we're going to be adding into this pan. Beautiful. So we're going to be frying our spring onion in this lovely lobster butter along with some lovely chilies and sliced garlic. Okay, so literally very simple as you go. I think cooking is all about simplicity. It's all about using the fresh ingredients which are absolutely available for you. At the same time, I'm actually using the most iconic French butter, President. I'm using the unsalted version for this recipe, and trust me, this dish is going to be a complete winner. So next, we're going to be dropping our marinated lobster in here, which we have lightly coated with these amazing, beautiful spices, along with a little bit of cornstarch and a little bit of club soda, just to give that slightly crunchy effect to it. Okay, so literally this is being shallow fried. You will find a lot of recipes where they are deep frying it, but believe me, I don't think there's really any need to deep fry this. So we're going to give this a nice shake. Fantastic. So next, a little bit of lemon juice in here, some lemon zest. So lemon and butter and garlic is a complete magic which is going to give this dish another next level. So a little bit of salt to taste, freshly chopped spring onion greens. Beautiful. Nice. So, and now our lobster with a garlic and lobster butter ready. You could be eating this dish with some lovely noodles, with rice, with vegetables. I would love to do this with a lovely pasta, ideally a nice spaghetti or a penne, but I think a really nice baguette, which is actually grilled in a pan with this lobster butter, is going to make the best combination for me. So it's an ideal snack for a party. You want to serve it in a small canopy style way, you could also do that as well. So we've got a nice crusty bread, which I'm actually going to be toasting it in this pan along with this lobster butter, which I think is going to be making a really epic accompaniment for my toast. So we have our lobster butter here, our lobster garlic butter here actually, and then we're just going to be literally frying our bread with this and serving it with this amazing lobster dish. Lovely. So hamara lobster in lobster garlic butter ready. It's time to plate it up. So I'm going to be serving this lovely, gorgeous, buttery lobster right here on the side. And on the side, we're going to be serving a fantastic, crunchy baguette or some kind of bread Okay, beautiful. Now look at that. So we've got our lobster ready here. We've got our lovely bread, which we are going to be serving along with this. And I think we have a winner. So lobster with lobster butter ready. Some lemon wedges here. So the most iconic President Lobster Butter lobster ready. Oh yes, lobster garlic butter with lobster butter lobster. Oh my God. The richness of the lobster is so well balanced with the purity and the taste of that butter, along with garlic, chilies, coriander. I think we have a winner.